Hi, it's me again, Shawnee Says, because that's the name I picked, because nobody liked the other one, and we're not going to name the other one. So, I'm going to try my other camera today. It's an SLR, not a DSLR, so it took a lot of time to set up, but I think we're good. So, today's video, I wanted to touch base on some things I learned about helping with dog allergies, because if you know me, you know that Benjamin, Nathan's dog, has really bad skin allergies. And we've never really been able to deal with it, but I've heard really good things about Bovine Colostrum. Now, it's typically expensive, sold in the dog tins, because you know how some supplement companies are. They're like, hey, I can get so much for just this little bit. So I did some research and found that I can actually get it at a hardware store, feed store, as you would call it. And I could get a giant bag for the same price as those little bags that dog people tend to sell. Now, here's my little tin of it. I've been using it on Benjamin for probably a couple weeks now, and we are seeing great improvement. He no longer smells like socks. His fur is growing back in some spots under his belly, and he's becoming soft. Usually we'd have issues with him being very stinky, feeling very gross, and being very itchy, which always got worse in the winter. So I don't know what you can see. I'm trying my best. I need to get a mirror for my camera, but this is Bovine Colostrum. It's like it's typically what cows would produce after giving birth, because it's the beginning of the milk for the animal to grow. So Benjamin, I'm using half a teaspoon. Now, people use a quarter of a teaspoon usually, and I do 1.5 of these because Benjamin is 70 pounds. So I think it's 1/4 per 20 pounds. I will have to double check that. But it just smells like sweet milk, and the dogs do not act like it tastes any bit weird. And I did take some before pictures. I lost the little photo I took, but as you can see here, you can kind of, if you look closely, see Benjamin's spots that are bald, look very dark and gross. Skin is growing back. I will give tips at the end of the video. But I'm going to read because I am not good at writing all the time, so I'm reading off of this from Dogs Naturally magazine. Why is colostrum so good for dogs? There are key components to colostrum's healing properties. Immunoglobulins. Colostrum contains immunoglobulins, also called antibodies. The antibodies in colostrum include IgG, IgM, and IgA. IgG antibodies give puppies and young animals passive immunity. This protects them until their immune system matures. IgG antibodies can neutralize viruses. In fact, they're injected into humans to control hepatitis A. IgG antibodies can also fight bacteria and long-standing chronic infections, which I think the bacteria part is a big deal for Benjamin's skin. IgM antibodies are the first antibodies newborns make. They activate a component of the immune system called the complement cascade, and that's an important job. Some bacteria have evolved with surfaces that complement proteins can't bind to, but IgM antibodies can bind to nearly every surface a bacteria will throw at it. This helps the complement proteins attached to destroy the invaders. IgM antibodies are the first line of defense against viruses too. IgA is another important class of antibodies. Your dog makes more of these than any other antibody. IgA antibodies form a lining in the digestive tract. Their job is to coat bacteria and viruses in the digestive tract so they don't enter the body. So if dogs don't have enough IgA antibodies, the foreign invaders will constantly escape the digestive tract. This will cause chronic diarrhea and bowel inflammation. Or they can enter the bloodstream and cause allergy symptoms and chronic inflammation in the organs. So it's critical for dogs to have IgA stores in their bodies. Growth factors. Growth factors stimulate cell growth, helps repair muscle, bone, and connective tissue. They can also heal the intestinal lining. Lactoferrin. This protein is antiviral, I'm sorry, my starter's been bad today. This protein is antiviral, antimicrobial, antifungal, and antiparasitic. It helps eliminate pathogens that trigger inflammation. It also has anti-tumor effects, and new research shows that it's more effective than the drug doxycycline at treating Lyme disease. Keep reading to learn about that. That's really, really cool. PRP. Proline-rich polypeptides, PRP, regulate the thymus and the immune function, stimulating underactive immune systems or moderating overactive ones. They help the body respond to invaders like microbes, toxins, or allergens. MSM. Oh boy, methylsulfonylmethane is a substance that's often in joint supplements. It's a micronutrient that supports wound healing and can maintain cartilage and manage pain. MSM is also used in cancer treatments. In studies, it's reduced the breast cancer tumors and helped manage prostate and liver cancers. As you can see, the main roles of colostrum is to regulate the dog's immune system, but there are some other important benefits to colostrum for dogs. Ben's a little weird about me kidnapping him and putting him on the bed to show his belly, but there we go. So we have this massive bald patch right here. Hold on. See? We had this massive bald patch that was really itchy and very balding, but we have the fur growing back around it now, and it's no longer feeling like a grease pit. Same with the armpits. You can definitely see that the fur is growing back in the armpits very quickly. Both armpits. And you can sit up if you want. He's very mad at me. And Benjamin no longer smells like socks or like this big stinky mess, which I am very happy with because I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what to do, and trying this has also helped. I also, when it was dry, I did 1 or 2 coconut oil rubs where I would put coconut oil and put a shirt on so we couldn't lick it off and just let his skin absorb it. And that helped soften it up. Right, Benjamin? Okay, I'll let you go back. So here's the colostrum. Yeah, I got some goldens on there. I'm a little close, that's why I see stickers. But it's just a nice white milk powder, basically. It smells very sweet. It looks like it tastes good. They act like it tastes good. And they really do not need much. What the hell? They don't need much, and it does so good. I hope I helped you and your dog today, and please comment below anything you want me to check out or answer, and I will be happy to help you. I'm not a nutritionist, just to keep that in mind. I'm not claiming to be a nutritionist. I'm not a veterinarian. These are just things that I have always been interested in, and since we've had so many issues with Benjamin's skin, I make sure to do whatever I can and test whatever I can until I find something that works, which so far I might have. So thank you for watching, and like, subscribe, comment if you really want to, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!